Straight away, I want to make it clear that this bowl of noodles is not proper ramen, because I know you ramen activists are out there just waiting for something like this. Instead, it's meant to boil down the cooking time, pun intended, from several hours down to 15 minutes, while still providing a lot of the flavors and more importantly the mouthfeel of a proper bowl of ramen. It's all done in 10-15 minutes, and in this version, it's also vegan.
But I don't have to sell this and you know it, cause this kind of shit here sells itself.
Let's roll! This is Kombu, or dried sea kelp. You can find Kombu in any Asian store. We'll use it as a base for our dashi, or broth. I've soaked this in some water overnight in the fridge. Brrr, overnight! I know, it's supposed to be a 10-minute thing. The quick version is to just bring this up to a boil and let it steep for 5 minutes, just like you would tea, whereas this would be the equivalent of a cold brew. This way, you also get a lot more of that umami from the seaweed, as well as I feel like it gives a little bit of a viscosity to the liquid, which is pretty important when it comes to the mouthfeel. Anyway, one way or the other, we're gonna bring that up to a boil, and in the meantime, we can start making our tare, which is basically just an aromatic sauce or a flavoring for the soup. I came up with this while I was rummaging through my fridge and found some leftover miso, a few bird's eye chilies, and a lonely stalk of spring onion. The rest came out of the pantry, and that's another great thing about this dish. It's made of stuff that you probably already have lying around. So we're gonna start with some soy sauce. That's probably about 2 tablespoons per serving, about an equal amount of oyster sauce, and we also grate in a big clove of garlic. As for the spring onion, I'm gonna cut off the root and separate the white and the green bits. The bottom part of the stalk I'm gonna slice in half, dice it up and add it to the tare. The green leaves I'm also gonna slice up, but I'm gonna reserve for later. I'll keep them in a little bowl with cold water and add them as a fresh little crunch in the end. I'll also grab one of those bird's eye chilies, give it a fine dice and throw that into the tare. I like it on the spicy side, so I'm also gonna add a teaspoon of dried chili flakes. And to balance out the heat a little bit, I'll throw in some palm sugar. Now this is not gonna make the soup taste sweet, it's just gonna make it more balanced and give it a little bit more body. Now all that's left to do for the tare is heat up some neutral oil, probably a couple of tablespoons, and about a tablespoon of sesame oil. As soon as we see that shimmering and almost smoking, it's time to take it off the heat and onto the tare. This is just gonna activate and wake up everything into that bowl. In the meantime, our kombu tea should be boiling hot and we can throw in the noodles. While the noodles cook, we can take out a ladle of that hot broth and make another super simple tare. That's basically just dissolving the miso so we can add that to the soup. The noodles should take only a few minutes to cook. Once they're ready, we can kill the heat and stir in the miso tare. And we're ready to enjoy this beautiful bowl of ramen-style noodles. Pour that hot, flavorful umami soup and the noodles into the bowl over the tare and get ready to taste something really incredible given how much time it takes to prepare. There's an absolute explosion of flavors, and the tare combined with the viscosity of the kombu tea gives it a body similar to that you would expect of a bowl of ramen that's been cooking for several hours. Slurp proudly and enjoy this bowl of noodles that's super tasty and super quick to prepare. This here is awesome, go make it. Roll out!